Well, I think that largely attributable to the PIP, yes. We tried to change the audience we were serving, and we wanted to become a retail-oriented marketplace. And we realized we had a sufficient liquidity for most retail orders. So if you say the average retail order is a 20 lot, we have that kind of liquidity from our liquidity side. And by virtue of that, we realized we didn't want to be in the high frequency side of the business. So we inverted our market model, and we went from maker taker to taker maker. So we replicated sort of payment for order flow in a more transparent way through the fee inducement that we introduced to the market. And so by virtue of paying customers to come and having the liquidity side induce them to come, then we further tweaked it by saying, well, on top of that, we want to get more use out of PIP. We were the first to develop price improvement in the industry. We have a patent on it. And we felt that it was sort of our niche, what we could offer of value to the industry. We're very encouraged. We've seen a lot more adopters on the retail sending side, a lot more interest on our liquidity participant side to be the liquidity for that process, to price improve. And I think we're still not where we could get to with this. I think it can get bigger. There's much more information being disseminated by the industry about price improvement to the ultimate retail customer, which was always sort of opaque in the past. Now it's becoming more transparent, which is a good thing, I think. It basically takes an instantaneous flash exposure of an indication of an order to liquidity. So an order comes in from the retail side, we recognize the MBBO, what exists in the marketplace. It exposes that order in a price improvement period to multiple liquidity participants to see what level of improvement over MBBO the liquidity side wants to make the market at. So it's sort of the inside of the MBBO, so it'll make it 1 penny better than the bid or the offer on either side, or multiple pennies in a nickel series or a nickel name. So I think it's the process of the instantaneous exposure and then the auction that occurs once the exposure happens to make the improvement to the customer order. It's been replicated. The PIM was the ISE PIM was the next one to come along after PIP. Subsequently, SIBO did AIM. Theirs is a little different process than the exposure process, but it's a price improvement mechanism. And then Pixel was, this, and now my understanding is that Amex has a price improvement process in place too. So we were the first. We got a patent on it. We're in discussions with the other exchanges about what value that brings, and negotiating a settlement with them around the property rights of that. But we had it first. I think we still have the best one. The process is the cleanest. It produces the best effect, the most in price improvement, I believe, of all the processes. It's fairly easy. You just have to have a BD status basically, and you basically connect to our sale front end, and you can what we call become a responder, which means you look at PIPs. You can electronically look at the PIP, when it's exposed, and you put in your response price in the auction, and depending on where the auction goes off, if you're the most aggressive, you get the trade. So there's it's totally flat open in that regard. To initiate PIPs is a little more complex, in the sense that you basically have a different protocol, et cetera, to do that. But you could also be an initiator. In that case, you need to bring the other side of the order, sort of in with you. And but we have many responders that are not initiators, and we have initiators obviously that also respond. So we have both. I prefer initiators because they're bringing sort of the party, so to speak, and they're responsible for backstopping the order at the MBBO. They have that responsibility. If it goes off at just the MBBO, no one else takes any part of the trade. They already backstop it at the MBBO, whereas a responder has no responsibility, can come in and respond and either participate on the MBBO or price improve, in the auction. Well, we hope to file relatively quickly. We're down to the, sort of the nitty-gritty of the discussion with the SEC around the rule book and, the pre-filing process. And, I feel we made significant progress. They've been very helpful, to us in getting that done. We have a time frame that got a little protracted around some issues, but I think we've gotten through the major hurdles. So we will be looking to do that, hopefully before the end of the year. Well, TMX is our primary shareholder, about 54%. They've been very supportive. We have a technical service agreement with them to support us, both on the technology side and some infrastructure of running the organization they help us with. I don't believe that will change significantly regardless of who they partner with. TMX may pursue a strategy to reduce their equity stake in Box, but it would be related to bringing in a participant that brought order flow directly. As another exchange, they cannot really benefit us by bringing us any business. So if they could find a way to reduce their stake by virtue of bringing in someone who could bring business and therefore make the pie bigger, they would be amenable to that kind of an idea.